Hi there. It's been so long since I've recorded, I think I've forgotten how, but I'm getting back into the swing of things, and I've still been spending money even though I haven't been putting videos up. One of the things I bought is this right here. This is called a crocodile. I bought it at Joann's. It's $29.99 at Joann's, and I have 50% off coupon, so I bought it for around $15. If you go on Amazon.com, and this is the We Are Memory Keepers, and this is a crocodile. If you go on Amazon, you can read the reviews. I guess this was designed for a scrapbooking tool, but I bought it for my doll clothes. It's got mixed reviews, and I'll tell you why. Because some of the things that you can do with this, I thought it would, really do a good job on eyelets, but on the colored eyelets, you still lose. I don't know if you can see that or not. You still lose some of the coloring inside the eyelets. But I was making a pair of matching tennis shoes to match that outfit over there. So I may, instead of using the white on here, I might go back to the plain silver. But it gives you an idea. It does set a nice eyelet, but it does still lose the coloring. And the thing with the eyelets, they still don't fit the, if you use the 3/32 for your shoelaces, they still won't fit through the little 1/8 of an inch eyelets. So you either have to go with the larger eyelets on these little doll shoes if you want to use the heat and set, the shrink tubing for your shoelaces, and use those. But anyway, okay, I'm going to break this down because there's so much to tell you about this device. I'm going to talk about using it for, first thing I'll do is I'll explain how to use it with the rivets. A lot of people are into that punk rock, or that steampunk, and they want to know how to add chains and rivets to their doll clothes, and this does do a really good job on rivets. And I just got my chain caught. Okay. Alright, so this tool, you have a couple different things with it. You have a hole punch here and a hole punch here. So if you take a piece of fabric, let me just take this one here. You've got a small side and a large size. So this is just the hole punch option. A lot of people that complain when they're scrapbooking that the ruler only goes down a certain length. So this is as deep as you can go, and use the actual ruler here in centimeters, and that's the size hole that you get. There's a piece of white paper. You can see the size of the hole there. Can you see that? There's too much. Okay, so that's the large one, and then you go to the other side, and that is your small hole. Now that small hole is probably good for your 5/16, your larger eyelets. They'll fit right in that one. The big hole I wouldn't even use on the sewing, but that smaller side works really good on for your 5/16 of an inch, your bigger size eyelets. And it's kind of good, because if you're doing that on doll shoes and you want to use that for your holes, you can use the actual ruler here and just go up and down your shoe and make all your holes that way, and they'll be exactly the same depth. You'll still have to measure your distance between them. So if this was my shoe and I wanted to put in a set of 4, I could change my depth. I could keep my depth steady. I would just have to, I see I messed up already. Let's try again. There's my depth, my depth, my depth. And then I'd be able to line up my eyelets. I would just have to measure my distance between them, and this device would actually give me my depth. Okay, so that's the 2 hole punch options. As far as actually setting the eyelets, this one up here, you have a silver and a gold. They will actually cut your holes for you too. So if you go with silver, so put the one side is the base and one is, according to the instruction, one side is the bottom and one side is the top. So your base right here is considered the bottom, and then this here is your top. So let's say I want to cut a small eyelet hole. I would go gold and gold. So let's change that cube to gold and this cube to gold. They just spin around and then they pop right back in. Okay, so let's just say I wanted to make a small 1/8 of an inch eyelet hole. Let's get a piece of fabric here. I bought this, they had citywide garage sales, and I got 2 pair of boys jeans for 50 cents each. So I brought them home, washed them, and I've made a couple sets of doll clothes with them. They turned out pretty good, and they're worn, so they look like they've been around a while. Okay, so there's the gold and the gold. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hole in my fabric. Now, you may not get a clean cut every time on denim, because it's just the nature of the denim. So what you're going to do is you're going to that'll be your small eyelet, and then your eyelet will go right into that small hole. And then you'll just set your eyelet. Now this one, I was going to break this down. Oh well, so much for breaking it down. I'll just do 2 parts. Okay, so there I've got a black eyelet in the Levi's. But because these are so small, they suggest that you use a washer with it. So the only place I could find washers for the 1/8 of an inch eyelets are at that eyelet outlet online. So I ordered a set of eyelet washers. So what you do is it's just a washer, just like any regular washer. And then you put that on the eyelet itself. And then you follow the instructions on this. It says for 1/8 of an inch with the eyelet and a washer, your top is top is gold, your bottom is copper. So let's see. Here's my base. So I'm going to turn that to copper. Now I've got the base copper, I've got the top gold. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that. I lost my washer. That's happened to me quite a bit, losing the washer. So to solve that problem, to keep the washer steady before I could get that washer get it set, I run a pin across, which is probably not going to work on this fabric, to hold the washer steady till I can get it in the device. So let's go ahead and put that, the cutter part directly on top. Get it ready in position, pull out your pin, and then squeeze. And then now you've got your washer set. And it turned out pretty good. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going, it's a pretty nice set. I didn't lose much coloring on that. See what I mean? It's hit and miss. Sometimes it's going to work for you every time and you do a really good job, and then other times it's going to go off on you. But you know, it's the best device I've ever had. So as far as that goes, I'm happy with it. You know, I've never had, besides manually pounding it, I've never been able to get something like this tool that would set it as nice as it does. I've been practicing on a lot of different eyelets to see what would work and what wouldn't work. And pretty much it all works pretty well. But like I said, it won't fit the big shrinks. The heat shrinkers won't fit to the little 1/8 of an inch. You have to go with the bigger one. But this was really nice set. See how nice that one set? Now see how I got that flat edging in that one? That's because I didn't use a washer. Now as far as the washers for the bigger size eyelets, let me make a hole for the bigger eyelets. Let's see here. Okay. I just got my finger. I just took my skin off. Okay, so here's the bigger hole for the bigger eyelets. So let's go ahead and put a big eyelet in this one. Okay, so I don't have eyelets for the 5/16. Boy, I really did do a job on that. That wasn't smart. Okay, so I'm going to go to my regular split rings. You can buy these split rings anywhere, in any of the jewelry sections. Pretty much every place carries these split rings. So just take your split ring and put it on top of the washer. You might have to spread it out a little bit just to get it to fit right. But you can use these split rings in lieu of a washer. So let's go ahead and get that on there. If it doesn't fit, like I said, you can spread it a little bit. Okay, so I've got that washer nice and tight. It's actually a split ring, so it's nice and tight on there. So now for the 3/16 of an inch, it says to use silver and silver. I didn't like silver, so for the 5/16 eyelets, I'm going to use, my base is going to be black and my top is going to be gold. So, wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and do gold is my top. Okay, and my base is black. So gold on top, base is black. Okay, so there's that. So we're going to go ahead and put that through. Let me see if you can see that. I've got the split ring as my washer. I'm just going to squeeze. And look how pretty that's set in there. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's just with a split ring jewelry ring. You get a really nice set there. Perfect. And it'll fit the big tennis shoe eyelets. See how nice that is? So it's nice. Like I say, it doesn't work every time, but it works majority of the time, and it won't cause you as much frustration as some of the other ones will. Okay, as far as the rivets. Rivets are in the leather section of most of your craft stores. They come in 1/2 inch and they come in 1/4 inch. So here's your 1/4 inch bottom and your 1/4 inch top. That's a 1/2 inch. Okay. Now if I put these two together, they're not going to be permanently stuck together because they're just hooked together right now. Until I squeeze them, they're going to be able to be taken apart again. Now this is good for attaching your chains and just doing fake buttonholes on your jeans. These are actually iron-on, but this is an actual rivet. Now as far as the rivets go, they do leave a, boy, I did a job on that. They do they leave a dent on the bottom, but you're not going to see the bottom anyway, so you don't really care what the bottom looks like as long as you get a nice, smooth finish. I've done so many rivets where I've bent the top, so I just finally gave up on them, but this is the first tool I've used where you actually can get a nice setting on a rivet. You can even get a nice setting and have a chain attached. So let me show you what I mean. So let's make a hole. We'll do the small side. Okay. I didn't go all the way through there, did I? No, let's try another one. Okay. Okay, so there's my hole. So we're going to attach a chain here. So now if I try and attach a silver chain like this, I'm not going to get a smooth finish because that's going to warp my rivet. So what I want to do is I want to go back to my split ring again, open up a split ring and attach my chain to the split ring. So let's see if I did that here. This one's flat enough. This chain is flat enough. You can just go directly with the rivet. Let's go with a chain that's not flat. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's just go with this circular one again. Alright, I've already put a split ring on here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me do it on this side then. So I'm going to attach a split ring on here. Okay, split rings are really soft. You can usually just bend them with your fingers. There's my pliers. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that split ring to the end of this chain. Close it. Okay, so we're going to take half of our rivet, and we're going to put it through the split ring, and we're going to put it through the fabric, and then we're going to put the base on it. Okay, so now this is not going to stay sturdy in there until I actually squeeze it. So I want the top to look pretty, and I don't care what the back looks like. So we're going to do the flat. This black here is a flat, smooth surface. We're just going to turn that, and then we're going to do black on the bottom. So there's your black on the bottom. So we're going to line this up so the flat edge, the top, is against that flat pad on that top piece. So let's just go ahead and line it up and squeeze. And there you've got your little dent in the back. If it didn't go right the first time, you can do it again. Just make sure you do it in the same location. Okay? So now if I had a vest, I'd be able to string my chain back and forth across my vest. And wouldn't that be pretty? You could do that on like uniforms, all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of things you can do with this design. And it really, like I said, it really doesn't matter what the back looks like, because you just want the front to look pretty. So like I said, steampunk, but you're never going to get a nice rivet like that without any dents and bings and everything on here with a hammer and that tool. With this you can get a really nice smooth finish, and it looks really nice on the so even though the back looks dented in, but you're going to get a really nice finish on the top of the jeans. So really nice for a fake button if you don't want to put in a real buttonhole. And then this, you can use the bigger ones if you want to, but the half-inch rivets, they barely fit on the this device, the crocodile. But anyway, that's about it for the crocodile. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. But it's worth the investment. If you want to buy one, it's worth it. So it's what, $29 half price if you get the coupon. I've seen them as low as 20 something on Amazon, but you have to pay for shipping. And there's a lock button too, so you can go like this and lock it up, so that blocks it in place before you can open it up, and then do that. But 2 different sizes, and like I said, it comes with your instruction sheetlet. And it also does, they say it does snaps too, but I haven't tried the snaps yet because I don't have any. But okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.